Now, this is a very impromptu video. I've done very little planning for this, so let's hope it goes well. And if I offend any of your faves, I'm not sorry. Hey y'all, it's me, Cecilia. Today I'm going to be going on a bit of a rant. I'm a little angry. As you guys have known, or as you've seen, I assume, the Goodreads Choice Awards has been released a little early. The day it came out, I worked from like 8 a.m. to like 5 o'clock, and I got home and I was like, oh, you already came out and people already had videos about it. Y'all work too damn fast for me. I can't. I was looking through and, you know, Goodreads Choice Awards is always up to its shenanigans, but I specifically, of course, looked at the best graphic novels and comics section, and when I saw the fuckery happening on this page specifically, I had to make a video about it. So here I am, angry as all hell, going to make a video about this because honestly it's a piece of shit. I actually forgot to show you guys what was actually nominated, so here are the picks. I know, very disappointing. I'm going to be splitting this video into about 4 categories. First one, I'm going to be talking about the pretentiousness of this specific category. I'm going to be talking about the lack of comics in this category, the lack of manga in this category, and the one little thing I actually liked in this category, but I'm pretty sure they didn't do that on their own, and my pick so far for the opening round. Of course, this is the first round. We don't know how it's gonna go, but I already know who's gonna win. If you know a little bit about who's won in the past in this category, if Heartstopper Volume 3 doesn't win, I'm gonna be genuinely surprised because the first 2 volumes have already won. It has by far the most ratings of any of the books on this list. So it's gonna win. It's gonna happen. So is this video necessary? Who the fuck knows? I'm gonna make it anyway. Let's talk about the pretentiousness on this list. So this is a graphic novel and manga category, right? The fact that there are very little comics on this actual list infuriates me. Let me do a count. There are 5 comics on this list of 15. So 10 are graphic novels. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. 9 are graphic novels. There is 1 manga and 5 comics. Does anyone else see the discrepancy in here? Especially when you look at what is listed. I am a very knowledgeable person when it comes to graphic novel, manga, and comic releases. I like to know what's coming out. I stalk publishers' websites to see what's coming out. I like to know kind of what's happening. I have not heard anybody talk about most of the books on this list. That's just how it is. I've heard people talk about Check Please. I've heard people talk about Harleen. I've heard people talk about Teen Titans Beast Boy and Heartstopper. That's it. That's an entire list. And I follow a lot of fucking people who talk about comics, manga, and graphic novels. And those are the only ones I've heard. Little sus. It's a little sus. And the ones that they picked, there's a lot of graphic memoirs. 4 graphic memoirs. It's very obvious that Goodreads doesn't care about comics. Or manga. It's very obvious by the list that they chose, because again, most of them, Goodreads gets a lot of flack for being a popularity contest, right? And you can see that in a lot of its other categories, like if you look at the fantasy category, the YA categories, the horror category, you know, you see it a lot. It's a lot of favoritism, a lot of popular, like, this author came out with a book, let's put about it. But it's kind of uniquely different in the graphic novels and comics because most of these aren't popular, which is very interesting. At least most of these aren't popular in the comics and graphic novels field. Again, like I said, I've heard nobody talk about most of these. So, most of these seem to be kind of a literary thing. Like something I would see, like if the Man Booker or any of those like literary awards made a graphic novel section, I would expect them to put out a list like this, because it seems to me like Goodreads doesn't not understand comics, but only sees certain comics as valid, which I have an issue with. I have a huge issue with. It's just the choice of some of them are just bizarre. Like, I can go into ones that I don't understand why they were freaking nominated. The Sacrifice of Darkness, I assume it's good, but it only came out 2 days ago. I'm filming this on October 29th. It came out October 27th. I don't think it's valid to be put on this list. The ones that are based off adaptions like Sapiens, A Graphic History, and Fangirl. We'll talk about Fangirl later. Like, okay, a lot of graphic memoirs, like from Noelle Stevenson. I have my own issues with her. We're not going to get into it. You know, the times I wish I was gay, all that kind of stuff. And it's just so washed out. Like, why even put why is this even called the graphic novels and comics category? It should just be called the graphic novels category, because you obviously don't give a shit about comics. It's very obvious by the picks you chose. And it's just, oh, like, there's so many better picks that you can go with, but I'll talk about those in my other categories. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is the lack of comics, as I talked about a little bit earlier. Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? The only comics I physically see here are The Sacrifice of Darkness, which just came out, so that's a little iffy. Harleen, A Basketful of Heads by Joe Hill, The Low Woods, and Heartstopper. Yes, Heartstopper is a comic. It is released as a webcomic, but comes out. I guess I should explain maybe the difference between a graphic novel and a comic. Graphic novels tend to not be in a series, but of course there are exceptions to that rule. They usually don't get released periodically, like released in chapters or released in issues. They're usually just released as one, and that's it. While like Heartstopper is released like, is it weekly, bi-weekly, like by chapters and stuff like that, and then is compiled up into volumes. It also tends to not be more, people perceive it as more of a literary work than traditional comics. So again, those are the only ones that have been considered. And again, in the general comic community, I watch a lot of comic videos. There's a lot of incels in the comic community, and I can tell you, if they found out about this list, oh my god, the videos that would be made, the white liberal SJWs are taking over the comic book sphere. I have a problem with all of the incels in the comic community, but when you see shit like this, I can understand why. It just aggravates me. Like, there's no flavor in this list. There's no really comics that people are talking about. Like, for example, Batman 3 Jokers. Hi, editing me. So I just went on a rant about Batman 3 Jokers, but I got my sources mixed up, and the bind-up doesn't actually come out until November 17th. So yeah, don't just disregard. Whatever. It baffles my mind that there aren't any popular comic book. Like, if I look up right now, best-selling comic books 2020. If I just look it up right now, see the first ones that come up: Batman and 3 Jokers, Batman Curse of the White Knight, Once and Future, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, Political Power, Birds of Prey, The Words of Cyberpunk. Where are they? Where is at least, I'm not even asking for a whole fucking list. Like, just give me a third. A third. Because the comics that you have given me are bullshit. The only one I have read is Heartstopper, Volume 3. I've read I think up until Volume 3. I don't know, I read them online, so I don't know what volumes I'm at. It's very apparent that they don't like or care about comics. I'm going on a little off tangent. Let's talk about the manga. I can understand why some people would think manga shouldn't be on this list. I mean, manga goes into the category of graphic novels and comics, but you know, I digress. Manga is very rarely nominated in these categories, which I have my own issue with. The last time a manga was nominated before this year was 2017 with Orange, and there's one manga pick this year, and the fact that it is a white woman, American white woman, based off her book, who has also in the past written a racist book fetishizing Asian people. Do we see the irony here? Because what the fuck? I do recognize that the artist is Japanese, I believe. We can do better. The fact that there are no like popular manga series on this list infuriates me. Like, for a second, I'm gonna get my own internal bias from this series out of the way because I love the series. But Demon Slayer at the moment is the #1 selling manga series in the US. Worldwide, it has sold 100 million copies. 100 million copies of one series. I think right now it is the highest selling. I think it's out finally beat One Piece in that regard. But And have been volumes that have come out in 2020. So the point that not one of them has been mentioned, that's a little sus. It just kind of goes into the thing that that Goodreads, that you can tell that the people who are compiling this list, I think you can just tell with the Goodreads Choice Awards in general, is that it is a very popularity contest. But specifically with this one, it's not really a popularity contest. It reads to me as that the people who are curating these lists for the Goodreads Choice Awards have never read a manga or comic in their life and have only read the very literary graphic novels, and so they figured, oh, we don't want people to get mad at us, just throw in one or two. And I have a severe issue with that. This just, oh, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. I could make a better list than this. Maybe I should make a video talking about what I would pick for the opening round of the Goodreads Choice Awards. Giving in, of course, actually putting manga and comics into it, not making it all literary whitewash, not literary whitewash, just literary washed, you know? Now, the one good thing I think that Goodreads have done this year, okay, but what they did last year is they included a lot of continuations, like in series, like they'll put book number 5, book 4, 9, like they put a lot of numbers in series, and I'm kind of glad they didn't do that this year. I know for a fact that that was not in their intention, because if they included more comics onto this Goodreads list, it would have been better. But I just realized Monstrous had their volume 5 come out. Where the fuck was Monstrous? Monstrous was nominated last year. Where's Monstrous this year? Okay, I just went on a tangent. But yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't input like volume 9 in a series, because it's kind of like only the Ride or Dice fans of that series are going to actually vote for it, while if you put like volume 1, 2, or 3, more people are going to read it. And I think that this category is unique in a way, because between them, I feel like people might actually be able to read quite a couple of them. Most people read a graphic novel or a comic within a day. They're very fast, a lot faster to read than traditional books. I'm going to get into what I voted for. As I said, I have only read one of them on this list, which was Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, volume 3. I think the series is alright. It's cute. I like the representation, but I've read better comics. I think it's kind of, not mediocre, fine. It's fine. It's not anything I would ever rave about, you know? But so I did a writing category for this, and I decided to write in Superman Smashes the Klan by Jen Luen Yang. But this came out in 2020, and this was fucking fantastic. Fantastic. I checked this out from the library, and it was amazing. It tackles racism. It goes over Superman, especially his origins, which I really did appreciate. I really love Jen Luen Yang as a comic artist. I really like his art style, but I also really enjoy like the stories he likes to tell. He always focuses on Asian protagonists, which I really do appreciate. And I think that his graphic novel deserves love. So I nominated it for this. Especially because I haven't read a lot of, I guess, manga that has come out in 2020. I'm catching up to series and stuff like that, so I haven't recommended one, and I didn't want to recommend like a volume 15 in a series. I'm not a bitch, you know, I'm not an asshole. Another video is supposed to go up today, but I felt the need to make this video. So I think in the next couple of videos I will create my own graphic novel and comic like best of for the Goodreads Choice Awards. Maybe they should like hire me for like next year, because I will be obliged. I will do this for you. But yeah, that's today's video. I went a little ranty. I was a little angry. The rest of the Goodreads Choice Awards has its own flaws. It's very much a popularity contest. People like to vote in categories they have read no books in, because I don't understand the appeal. Like, why? You're just ruining it for everybody else. And putting in books that have not even released yet. Goodreads needs some help. Goodreads, you need to fix your shit. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and follow, like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will see you in another video. Peace.